to defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at also Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State, and also in parts of Abia. We cannot allow it to continue. We have cowards and spineless, lily-livered idiots as governors. They have given over our land to the Janjaweed to occupy in perpetuity. This very generation, this very IPOB will not tolerate it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. We would rather all perish and die than to allow our land to be taken over by the Janjaweed. It cannot happen. This is a warning to all the governors who are conspiring due to one political consideration or the other to give our land to infidels and blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. It cannot happen, not under our watch. It's not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Our invaders, we are being told, come from Senegambia. We are being told they come from Mali. Some are from Niger Republic. Some are from Chad, according to the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai. Therefore, we are setting up the Eastern Security Network to combat the excesses of these vagabonds and criminals from across the Sahel. Along the same lines as Amotekun, and even the ones set up by the terrorists themselves, Millitia. What we are launching today officially before the congregation of a global audience is the Eastern Security Network. Not a Biafran army, no. Anytime this army will march, we shall let the world know. But for now, and for our present purposes, we are there to defend the land of Biafra against these marauders from the Sahel, against a very determined incursion being led by terrorists, Fulani terrorists to be precise. What we are doing is no different from what Amotekun is seeking to achieve in Yoruba land. What we are doing is not far from what Millitia, the terrorists themselves, are seeking to achieve in the northern part of the damnable Zoological Republic. Our response to the endless cycle of insecurity, lawlessness, mayhem, destruction of lives and properties in Biafra land is the launch of this very Eastern Security Network. This very day, in the coming days and weeks, you will see them in their uniforms. You will see them performing very critical and vital functions of ensuring the security of our land. I urge each and every one of you to give them your maximum cooperation. Attempts in the past to resolve this very raging Fulani terrorist incursion into our land has been very fragmented and piecemeal. It has never worked. Just a few days ago, we received reports that Delta State, under Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, launched what he referred to as Delta Safe Operation Delta Hawk, only for Delta State. Whereas Yoruba governors launched Amotekun to safeguard the whole of Yoruba land. Millitia launched their own vigilante group to safeguard the interest of Fulani Janjaweed all over the Zoological Republic. When you come to the east, by which I mean the southeast and the south-south, all the governors there are cowards. They have not done anything to secure our lives and our properties. That is why we felt it is necessary for us to do the right thing to protect our land, or else we will go the way that the Hausa people went. And we are not going to allow that, not under our watch. They have managed to fragment our people. They have managed to divide us. No governor in the southeast or south-south has the courage nor the conviction to stand up to defend the people. Therefore, we must. Therefore, IPOB must defend our land to the very last blood in our bones. We are not going to stop. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever, until we rid our farms and our forests of every vestige of Fulani Janjaweedism. This evening, I'm announcing it, that our forests and our farmlands shall be free of Fulani terror presence. They cannot dwell in our bushes. They can bring down their cattle to do their business, after which we expect them to domicile in our cities and in our towns, to rent houses like any other group of people. If they decide to venture into our forests and into our farms, they will have us to contend with. We do not care who they come with. We don't care if they come with their army, their air force, or whoever is supporting this caliphate relentless incursion into the south. We shall meet them head on. We shall confront them. I do not want to hear about any rape of a mother anywhere starting from this very night. I don't want to hear that any daughter of Biafra has been abducted anywhere in our territory, because starting from this very evening, our forests and our farmlands are no-go areas for Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen. Because the Fulani very cleverly discovered that the only way they can defeat our people is by dividing us. That is why all the governors of the South-South and the Southeast never got together to float any security outfit capable of defending our land. None of them did. Absolutely none. Even what their counterparts are doing in Yoruba land, they cannot replicate. What ordinary terrorist group like Millitia is doing, your so-called governors cannot do it, because they are cowards. They are beholden to the caliphate. They have come to do the bidding of the Fulani Janjaweed, and we can't allow them in our land. If they want to serve the Fulani caliphate, they can go to the north and do it. Not in Biafra land, not anymore, not from this very night. That is why this very announcement is being made before the full view of the international community, that they may understand how serious we are, how determined we are. As somebody quite rightly said, the only way to eat an elephant is by cutting it into pieces. The only way the Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent
Imana nwata chọba nke ya akpọbi ya ajọ mmadụ mana nke nwa ka nwa na-achọ Chukwu okike bụ ị na-asụ Chukwu okike so ga-eje na onwere ife ndị ya ga-eme ebe fa na-ebutere gị na operation fighter dance na onwere ife ọzọ fa ga-eme maka na ọchọ nke adịghị enwe ilo ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oge anyị ọ sị na ya marọ emesi aka na ị ga-amarịli emesi aka na ị ga-aghọta ndị ọcha achasị bute ọcha ha achasị bute nke ji ụlọ na Igbo erika ndị ji ni maka ifi ego wele kwụsị ụmụnne ba unu godu ma na agwa ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'ụka anyị anyị yo ka anyị chọba n'oge anyị yo ụmụ Igbo ka anyị chọba n'oge anyị onye jizi na nwanne ya je politiks ka anyị chọọ n'oge anyị yo onye jizi.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, fellow Biafrans. Welcome to this morning edition. Welcome to this live program. And it is 10 minutes past the hour, wherever you might be around the world. My name is Mazi Ikem Patrick Dike. And we are here to update our people on the operations of the Eastern Security Network in Benue and the effort to secure the lives of our people in that area. In recent days, we've seen Eastern Security Network take some steps that are necessary to see that our people who have suffered different kind of attacks, kidnapping, rape, murder, in fact, some of their land being taken away. Our people in those areas in Benue, the IGBOS in Benue, over the years have become victims of Fulani militias, killing, terrorism on a daily basis without any effort by the government to protect them. Rather, we are beginning to even discover that it is the government that is sponsoring the terrorists against our people. And the Eastern Security Network in the last few days have gone into that area and have started doing a very marvelous job trying to defend our people against some of these attacks. And we are here to update you so that you see the job that Eastern Security Network is doing across board. And we cannot hide it. It is a job that is well recommended, and we should continue to support Eastern Security Network for this reason. And with me to discuss this issue is Mazi Solomon Peter. As usual, our usual guest. I urge you to share this video. I know it's early morning, but I put up this announcement last night to tell you that we'll be coming here live this morning. Somebody is even asking if this is a live program. Yes, it is a live program, and it's 13 minutes past 5 a.m. in Biafra land and also here in Italy. Let's welcome Mazi Solomon Peter. Hello, Mazi. Welcome to the program. Good morning. Can you please unmute yourself?
Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick. Good morning at your end, and good afternoon or good evening at my end here. The time here is 13 minutes past 3 p.m. So that is what is happening here right now at Sydney, Australia. I welcome Biafran all over the world, lovers of freedom, lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are all welcome here because at this point in time, we are here to bring update and to analyze issues. We are very, very happy that you are here this morning. Please help us to share this very program, to go round. Welcome your friends and welcome all the people sitting in your contact list. Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick, for bringing me into this very program. As we proceed this very morning, please lend us your ear, and it will also be very, very good that you welcome your friends into this very program, because we are here to tell you the truth that you need to run with. Because there are so many fake news flying out there, and people are trying to tell our stories, and for reason best known to them, trying to twist issues, trying to give fake news as to regard to what is happening on the ground. So we are here anytime you come to this very page, get ready to hear the truth. We are not bending word, and we are IPOB. We are not claiming what we did not do. and we cannot do what we cannot claim that we do. So on that, we put the world on notice. We make them to understand that everything we say we do is what we do, and what we say we do not do, we never do them. So please lend us your ear this very morning. We are not into armed struggle, but ESN has been lodged by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to protect our people who are hopeless, who has over the years been killed by Fulanis, raped by Fulanis, destroyed, farmland destroyed, and the waterways in which our people, which government neglected, in the water which the natural water that God provide for them, so for them to be getting drinking water. The Fulanis over the years have used their cows to damage the water, pee into the water, pollute the water, that today our people are drinking the water that are being polluted by Fulani herdsmen. And at the same time they are being killed, the same time they are being raped, the same time their villages are being destroyed. Life is on a high risk around the villages of our people. And for these very activities, then IPOP is here to support and to provide security for our people. And that's what brings about the launching of ESN. So, and this is the job that ESN are doing. So every time you come here, expect to hear the truth of what happened. Thank you so much, Mazi Pat. Shall I proceed?
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you. You've laid down the foundation to our discussion this morning. And I want to welcome each and every one of you, those who are commenting. And Mazi, I don't know if it's possible for us to open the line later in the program.
Yeah, quickly, because what we are doing here is to regard to the press release and also the announce of our leader declaring that a notorious Fulani herdsmen militia that are responsible for inter-border killing. He is responsible for Fulani militia, which goes around the villages and communities, killing our people, making our villages a high risk for life, destroying farms, crops, and also destroying waterways. Then our leader announced early, and you also see it in some of the captures of the media houses, that such man has been captured, and IPOP has taken care of such man. Let me explain to you before we open the line. The job of this man that are being declared here, that have been captured by ESN, his job is this. Listen attentively, because IPOP ESN has a high intelligence in their operation. This man is a Fulani man. Now, this man is a highly fortified Fulani man with voodoo. He disappears. If you are putting knife or bullet on this man, he doesn't go through. For a matter of fact, Fulanis, they gathered together to prepare the voodoo, I mean sham, that this man, as the leader of this terrorist, the sham that he's using to operate is being prepared by Fulanis. And how did they move? Before they come to your village, they will first of all demoralize all the village. So you will be handcuffed. Even if you have gun, you will not know how to use the gun. Or you will be very tired. You will be very weak. So this is not only a physical operation. They operate in a way of also demoralizing the people in that very village. That before the man move, before they move, first of all, the place where they are going to go for their operations will be invoked. They will invoke that community. Then they will do voodoo particularly for that very operation that they are going. They will make the number of sacrifices that are required, and before they moved, first of all, they don't just carry AK-47 and go into the family, into the village, and they started killing people. First of all, they will do what the Bible says, that you cannot get into a strong man's house and take out what that strong man has, except you first bind the strong man. So how they operate is that they will first of all invoke their voodoo. Then when they invoke the voodoo, then they will capture the village or the communities they are going for their operation. They will capture them in the spirit. They will capture them in the spirit. So in the spirit, they put wall around that community, that even spiritually, even if security people wanting to penetrate the village, they will not be able, because spiritually they have captured the place. Everything in that very place, they will bring them under subjection. So nothing is happening. It's just like when you take somebody, you know, when we are explaining this thing, people will talk, trust Africa. Trust Africa. Don't play with things. If we are telling you things here, we are giving you the truth. We are not kids here. We are not children. There is no need for me to come in this hour of the day to lie to people. There is no need for me to come in this hour of the day just to start cooking story because I want to make it sweet. If you watch the way that IPOP are going, you discover that they are not ready to please anybody. As long as the restoration of Biafra is concerned, they don't care who you are. So there is no way we can come here and start formulating stories and start cooking story to make it sweet on your ear. By the way, you know the way the IPOP speaks. Sometimes they speak their mind without minding who the word is going to. So follow everything that I'm telling you here, 100% truth. Now, the way they operate is, first of all, according to the information and intelligence that we are gathered, that when they wanted to go to village, they will first of all put that village under arrest spiritually. They will arrest that village spiritually, and they put a wall around that very spiritually, around that very village, so that nobody can come for the rescue of the people of that very village when they set their operation. And they move from one state to another. The same range of people, they move from one state, depends on where they wanted to go and carry out their operations. This is how they operate. They operate with a very strong voodoo, that even when whenever they are in operation, then the voodoo also will alert them of any danger that could occur. Mazipat, the moment I land here, I want you to bring the video of that Fulani man who was standing and was narrating this thing that we are saying. But because it was coded, we did not know until our intelligence. And in one of the operations of ESN, you saw the lady that was in that operation mentioning something. He's telling him, kill the cow, because the Fulanis run into the cow. They also, when you attack them, the human being will disappear in the cow. You will not see the people that is operating the cow or carrying the cow. They will all enter into the cow. So they also do this. So they operate with high level of voodoo. I know Oyibo man who is watching us here. Oyibo, you also know voodoo, sham, because some of you are highly demonic also. Okay, so this thing is not something somebody will rise and say specious belief. We are telling you real. If you don't listen to the truth we are telling you, you will be the victim. You will be the victim, definitely. Or you will make your village to be the victim. So now, the man that they told you that the ESN claimed that had been captured, or the man that was captured, now they are the warrior of the
Yeah, I think Mazi Solomon is having difficulty. Maybe possibly somebody is trying to call into his system. and we are having that breakage in transmission. So we'll wait until he comes back. But when he returns, I'm going to play the clip because there is a clip that confirmed what Mazi Solomon is saying, that the Fulanis do not operate with empty hand. And the operation of ESN in Benue these few days have come to, expose that fact that they operate with even spiritual powers, voodoo or juju, as you might call it, because in course of the operation by ESN, they were able to, the Musa Issa, there is this Fulani warlord that was captured by Eastern Security Network, and he had so much charm on him that, in fact, it's unbelievable. The amount of charm they got on his body, they disarmed him, was a confirmation that the clip I'm going to play for you in the next few minutes, that when they tell you, when the Fulani man was, talking about, him calling people if the need be for them to come, so I don't know how to explain it, but I think I have to try. In this clip, we played this clip here over time, and this Fulani man here gave details of how they operate, but we didn't understand, we didn't believe what he was saying, because when they speak, we don't take them seriously. And we thought that it's just a normal boasting, but it's not, or maybe trying to create attention, but it's not. In this clip I'm going to play to you, we have played this clip here over and over again. He explained in details that if they start a fight, that when you run, you won't even see where you are running to. So that he gave this explanation, but we didn't understand what he was talking. But the operation of ESN in Benue have exposed that what he was saying is true, that they do not move with empty hand. And this leader of the gang, of this militia that was captured by ESN, have been involved in so many operations, moving from Ebonyi to Enugu. So what they do is they do interstate operations. Even the killing in Nimbo and Ozowane, these are people who carried out those operations. The killings you see in Nimbo, Ozowane, and these are people who carried out the operation. So what they do is they kill people in Ebonyi, they move from Ebonyi, they move into a different state, they camp there for a while, they still carry out operations. So, but for them to be successful in the operation, they needed the community of Fulanis living among you, living among us, to give them, to provide them with information. To the extent that the Fulani communities knows everybody in your community. All these Fulani you see that live within you, they know each and every one of you in Biafra land, in wherever they occupy. So when they see new face in that community, they know. So Mazi Solomon, I want to bring in Mazi Solomon. Mazi, like I was saying, yes, it's like it went out briefly, but it's okay.
Yeah, the breakdown in the transmission. So yes. I don't know where you are now, but you can join me up, because what I'm trying to explain here is because I want people to understand the job that ESN are doing, and why you are asked to fast, why you are asked to pray, why you have to understand why the fight of Fulanis are very difficult, because people are only seeing them with physical eyes, but they are not seeing with the spiritual eyes. They fight with the Fulani is a very tough fight. That is why you will now started to appreciate Sunday Igboho. Why is it that he is that a native doctor that was able to deal Fulanis in Yoruba land? Now you begin to ask yourself, why is the Omotekun that are being prepared by the politician, why are they weak to fight the fight of Fulanis or to stop the Fulanis from killing the Yorubas? Why is it difficult? Because these are political setup. So it takes a man who also fortified himself, who also has the eyes of the spirit, also to be able to deal Fulanis in the southwest. So you must know these things that I'm explaining to you today, so that if you are the kind of person that think now, so that you begin to come home. You begin to come home. So you begin to appreciate the kind of job and preparedness of ESN. They are ready to combat both spiritual and the physical. Now, when Mazi said, you must praise and pray, do you see the reason? Pray, be in the spirit. Biafran agitation is more of the spirit than physical, because what is not seen is what controls what is seen. So many people, the children of the kingdom, the Bible said that they are not wise, that the children of the world are more wiser than the children of the kingdom, because the children of the world know how to make use of their spiritual means to manipulate your physical life. But you that are made to be spirit by God, you don't know how to operate your spiritual life against your enemies. You will always want to access every problem that is happening physical. You will always think that it is things for the muzzle, where the Bible said that the battle is not for the chariot. The battle is not for them that have despair. The battle is of the Lord. Have you fasted since the fasting was declared? Do you see our problem as more of spiritual? Do you understand when we said that there is a lot of spells that are being cast upon your governors? There is a lot of spells that are being cast over your leaders. You will not believe it, that an Igbo man who's supposed to fight for the interest of Igbos, a Biafran, who's supposed to fight for the interest of Biafran, you will see that person, he will be behaving otherwise. You will think he's ordinary, but it's not ordinary, because so many people are saying, why should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place even declare fasting? These are not only political. We have political problem, we have economic problem, and we have social problem, and we also have spiritual problem. But the main problem that has kept us in one place all these wise are the spiritual problem. So thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for being a spiritual man who is our leader also. So now this is how these people operate. They operate with heavy sham. Fulani, the sham that is taking blood, the sham that is sucking blood sham, sucking blood voodoo.
Mazi, somebody rightly commented that Showore now understand the way of the Fulanis. Immediately he came to court, fortified the judge, run away with. Showore have even gone into spiritual angle by bringing his own native doctor as well. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mazi. People's eyes is gonna open these days. You will see the reason why you have to be fortified spiritually and the physical. Spiritual, there is some problem that required your physical. There is problem that required your spiritual fortification. If you are dealing with the problem of the Fulani physically, then you will fail, because they have gone spiritual. They are spiritual. That's why we are bringing up to you, so you will know that ESN are not only physical security outfit.
Somebody just brought to our notice that one of the earliest Nigerian government collaborators did in Benue was to arrest all the native doctors, labeling them as instigators of trouble in Benue. So Emmanuel Atoruchukwu said that before even the Fulanis came, that the government started arresting the native doctors in
Yes.
Benue.
No, they are government. The
Yes.
government of the Fulanis, because you need to be
Yes,
specific.
that's what I'm saying.
The government
Yes.
of the Fulani started arresting your spiritualists. He start arresting your spirit, label all your spiritualists, because they don't want you to have that spiritual eyes that makes you a complete man. That is why when we said Umokoko by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you understand. Umokoko, people who are physical, but they are not spiritual, because you are created to be spiritual in the first place before you become physical. So also Umokoko, you know that are those people who doesn't have that union, that spiritual union that makes a man a complete person. Then those are the Umokoko. Then Ndieriri by Simon Epa are those people in the same categories, who are not spiritual enough to comprehend what is before them. Those are Indios also, Ndieriri. So now ESN are not only people who are physical, carrying gun, but they are also spiritual. So you know the battle ESN are facing, and then you can be able to appreciate them in full. Now, these men that are being captured are the warlord of the Fulanis. As Mazipat has quietly explained here, they operate interstates. Today they are in Aboyne. So when they finish in Aboyne, they will have another appointment in Benue. When they finish at Benue, they will have another appointment at Delta. When they finish at Delta, so now they move, and their information, they gather their intelligence through those ones that are occupying your forests with cow. Because these ones, due to the way of their operations, they don't even move with cows. Because of their way of operation, their operation is to make sure all the informations that those ones that are in your community, those ones that are in your forest, all the information that they will give to them is what they will use to make their voodoo. And after they have invoked your village, demoralize your village, capture your village spiritually, they will invade your village. That is how they operate. They will invade your village. So every Fulani that is living in your community, they are the informant. They are the network of these Fulani warlords. They are the network. So when they are moving in your community, speaking your language, eating your food, relating to you, the information even come to us as we are deliberating now, that this Fulani, they will take time that every village, before they vend the village, they will almost know everybody and every family in that very village. That Fulani has information of every activities of your village.
Yeah, Maz, what happened is that the ones living among us, they study our lifestyle. They know the detail of each and every family. They know your faces. So when somebody new comes into your village, they know immediately that even you that have been living in that village for a very long time, you that is cohabiting with them would not even know that somebody new came into your village. In fact, when ESM was carrying out their internal operations, and the Fulani communities identified ESN operatives on Mufti. They told them, but you guys look you guys are new in this community, you know. The Fulanis living there identified the operative of the ESN as people who came into the village newly. Mazi Solomon, do your this thing is muted. It's muted.
Sorry.
Yes.
Now, when people, everything that is being discussed in your village, Fulanis are aware. It's not only that the Fulanis that are in your community. Fulani also have used their voodoo to be controlling some member of your community. Some of your Igwe, some of your President General are under voodoo control of the Fulanis. That most of them,
it is called spell, under spell.
Okay. Okay, we call it, is that you want to Igbo to understand what we are saying? Then we are talking that some people are under the spell of the Fulani, some member of the communities. Anybody that can get information, they will invoke you. Spiritually, they will capture you and they will begin to remove you. They will begin to remove you. They will turn your heart against your people. So every information that come, even the one that come into your heart, you don't want to say, because they are seeing you spiritually. They can get information from you even when you did not speak it. But they turn a lot of people, that these people become an informant of the Fulanis in the communities, community members. Even the Igweku, some of the Igweku will rise up and say, complain that Fulanis are killing people. Yet those Igwe, under the voodoo of the Fulanis, are giving Fulani information about any security gathering, or any security discourse that happen in that very community. It will be given to the Fulanis. We get the information. They will get the information. So they are using a lot of our people. They are familiar with a lot of people in our communities, in any community of their host. So this is from where they are extracting every information. If your community are planning to invite security, any form of security outfit, they will give the information to the Fulanis. They will disseminate the information to them. This is how they operate. So many people are under the control of this voodoo of the Fulanis. Our community. If you know how far that Fulanis has gone inside our community, you will just take out your earphone now, or you can just push out your glass of water, or push out your tea or coffee, and you will start crying. They have gone deep. They have gone deep with their voodoo. Everybody is in the palm of their hands, because the children of light has refused to recognize their strength in the spiritual life. Their spiritualists are very weak. The spiritualists of our people are very weak. So many abominations has happened in the land. Our purity has been taken away. So many of our communities are standing empty. What Fulani does, they come with money. You know what they pay these people that normally come in, give them information that under their voodoo, when the cow die, they will cut part of the cow, use it, make their voodoo, and give to them. So they are eating. Fulani are giving them cows, not even money. Cow that died, Fulanis will be giving these people. Sometimes they will roast it and they will give to our people. Now our people are collecting this demonic gift from Fulanis, and then they are bringing them under captivity. They capture them spiritually, and that is why, without you being spiritual, you cannot be able to fight the battles of the Fulanis.
There is another revelation too, that some of the Igwes are also collecting royalties from the Fulanis. They give Fulanis expanse of land, hectares and hectares of land for free, and they pay them royalty every year. You see an Igwe give out 50,000 hectares of land for Fulani, and they will be giving them like 500,000 every year royalty. You know, so, but that is by the way. Mazi, let us take this clip, because this revelation was made, and we have been playing this clip here, but we didn't add value or we didn't give it attention that is required in regard to what you said earlier in terms of how they operate, that they can call the ones living among you can inform the militias, the terrorists, to come for their rescue if they are attacked, or to come and attack the village if they feel threatened. Let's take this clip.
Now forest then they one place, then they laugh, then they drink bottle. They never come and say, I define you trouble. But to that way, they not be one person then they kill here. That 100 people they want kill. Because if you trouble come here, you don't know small picking. You don't know anything. Anybody. Any person who enter the village, any person who is seen at to shoot and kill him, you don't go know that day brother. Something before army come, you can say some army stuff you know go feel.
Look at him face self, you know.
Like I tell you. He get a place where some fight the boss there, then call the army go there, surrender like this. He carry the whole gun, give the Fulani. They carry and go, they say make it then go. No, so they happen. Okay.
And anybody where they kill, they don't kill.
They don't kill.
You know,
we as they see us,
you know, good.
He get something where we they see, where we sabi,
we don't tire.
but we don't tire. We don't want time.
Yesterday, whole Fulani for the would meet.
Yesterday, they call us, then go meet Buhari for grant.
Yes.
For Abuja.
Yes, yeah.
You see, they go meet Buhari like this. They beg Buhari. They say Buhari, they want to do something for Abonyi here. Buhari say make it they not try and make it they wait.
Wow, no good.
Now in a village, if these people will be group, na IGBO, not be saying another country. Like making the notice say that way Boko Haram they do. They test say then they do them, then they succeed. Boko Haram say where you see where then they do and not be one language. They are gift group. Yeah. But they not go come for village like we begin to kill this and kill this and they go. Make we not tell these people. Where you see this report, you don't need the whole Nigeria. Abonyi, you get to wait in the sea. Who they tell you now? Now the day where you see say Fulani don't pack it their house go. No single Fulani. You wait there here, go tell you say no sleep. But you now be eye here. Make una the control. Make una the tell them. I beg. Anyhow trouble we good. Peace is better person.
Yes, sir.
If they sing, how they sing, it better. Quiet it better. Not be where something don't happen before you say, huh? If you to say I know, I for do like this. That one don't pass off. See? If you see this man where them go kill it, them burn him. His wife he died last week. Only him with his pikin. He can't kill it, the father again, live on zero. Now they don't carry and that day where them go give the Buhari the pepper, Buhari they cry.
Sure.
You get to one people from Zampara, they say now human being they do this thing. They say I be make we leave it. We say no. We know they carry our action first. Make it the report reach everywhere first. I think they hear me. Okay, so far say you see then they carry this thing go far. America people then they put this thing then they hear them. Okay, if the day where the trouble boss, who go help you?
Nobody.
You see? Before you see government know, some people don't die. What that government go as this is what they do for film now. Where government? Maybe some people carry the children they run. But you then thank God if in a Fulani they know that way then they run, they know they see where then they follow run. Like I tell you, Fulani fight is no good though. We they tell you now when you see or say these people like bush. Fear them more. Make I they tell you. Any person where you don't see that fight where you see there, you know go pray God for your life. Make you fight with that people. We might as we dey here now, we dey fear. That's why you see anything where we hear sometimes we know they make a call. You get some call where they do, it go bad for you.
Go affect you and even.
So you see, Mazi, he's trying to give us details. But you know, the problem with our people is that they don't understand the way of life of these people, these Fulanis. But this guy is pouring his heart, even trying to educate our people about the spiritual powers, about everything you need to know. In fact, he even said it. Say if fight starts, America cannot help you. And Mazi now they cannot have said it, that they will kill you and nobody will come to your aid. He said it here. Say you get fight where go happen, America will not come. Mazi Solomon, go ahead.
Thank you so much. At least we have established the fact so that you will know why we are calling you to support ESN and also to make you to understand the level of the preparations. Now, I na di me wene okay. We did not just come here to play around like one of the security outfits that are sect. We have a leader who knows the roadmap. He knows that all these grammar speakers, I give you instance, Google, Sheikh, who is Sunday Igbo, a native doctor, fortified. So, why we show you this clip is that so that you will know why you should appreciate ESN. Appreciate ESN. And you yourself, Nwokoko and Onyerireri, we are bringing this program this morning so that you can start looking for solution for your life who are under the voodoo, are under the spell of the Fulanis. Their war, you might hear people that they kill, but let me tell you, they can never step into any community except first they capture that community spiritually. That is what this man is telling you. That there is a fight of Fulanis where they are fighting, that army even eventually come. Because of that spiritual age that I tell you, when they are fighting, they will put spiritual age in the community. There is no amount of security police you will call that will pick your call or will come around that very place. There is no amount except somebody like Sunday Dohu, except like somebody like ESN, people who are spiritually fortified. We are in 40 days fasting. Are you fasting? Okoko, you will always want to jump in the Facebook. Oh no, blah 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 blah. How prepared are you spiritually? How spiritually prepared are you? And some of you who thought that it is a grammar, any pololum, ESN, they are illegal, they are not, they are militia, they are not accepted. Blah, 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 blah. Do you know what is waiting you? It's not only physical. Before they come to your village, they will first of all put spiritual age. Do you know the day that Joshua speak to the sun, that the sun should stand still until the Israelites win the war? That is spiritual age. Do you know that the story that the Bible said that in the camp of the Egyptians is darkness, but in the camp of Israel is light? That is spiritual age. The children of the world, they are more wiser than the children of the kingdom. We are born the children of light, but we don't know the value of our spirituality. Front and back. You eat everything. You don't even know the food. Most of us today, our spirit, we are defiled, both because we are eating what we did not supposed to eat. We kill our spiritual being. And therefore, people like Fulanis, they can bring the voodoo, subdue Nigeria, blind Nigeria, and somebody who does not have even certificate, even school certificate, become their president. When they come to vend your village, they will put age around, spiritual age, that even when the security people come, they will not be able to penetrate. That's what the man is telling you. For the matter of fact, until the people on the ground begin to review these things to us, is when my eyes begin to open more and more. When this man, remember we have played this clip before, but we never know the secret that this man is revealing. They will put age in the community, spiritual age, that even when you call army cannot penetrate. Because they are under spell. They will hand over their gun. This man said there is fight in a community. Army came. Instead of army to penetrate, they hand their gun. They maybe if one Fulani walk outside the community, say, "What are you doing here?" He say, "Nothing, sir." They give us your gun. They hand over their gun and they run away. Is it because the Fulani has more firing arms? No. It's because of the spiritual age they put around. Make it, they pay attention. No, it's very, very important. We are giving you a relevant information here so that you will know how prepared you're supposed to be at this point. So now, how they operate is this. And again, they will make sure that when they are coming into a community, listen to this, listen, share this very program, allow people to come in. When they are coming to community, first, they will use their spell or their charm to monitor spiritualists in those communities. They will engage into battle and make sure they capture that spiritualist and ban that spiritualist. So to make sure there will be no spiritual challenge in your community, nobody to challenge their charm, nobody to challenge their spell when they are coming to your community. That is why that man is telling you, Fulani fight is very, very dangerous. Fulani fight is very, very dangerous. But thank God for ESN. You must rise up to support ESN. You must. This is why they come. This is the reason why they are born. This is the reason why they come to destabilize.
Mazi, if I tell our people this, the reality on this particular story now, they will not believe. Do you know that these Fulanis have the spiritual power to even communicate with their dead militias?
Exactly. That is a big point you are making, Mazi part.
Yes.
Now, that when a Fulani man, when you kill a Fulani man, they have power to see where that Fulani man died and where you keep the body of that Fulani man. They have the power spiritually that wherever you keep a Fulani man or wherever the Fulani, they will be able to communicate even with the dead to see how dangerous they are spiritually. I was listening to the music. Is that this morning that Simon Etta is playing the music? Morning on my side, night on your side, where Pericoma is saying that Mami Water is coming with high tension by Pericoma. He said, Mami Water is coming with high tension. Fulani, they are coming with high tension to shocklize you. Beyond your imagination, you wonder, how did these people operate? How did they operate? How did they be able to do this kind of thing? It's because of their voodoo. IPOP, one family. IPOP, one family. We did not just come to fight like Umokoko or come to fight like India Lileli, but we have come to fight like a complete man who can never come under the spell of the Fulanis, who can never be demoralized by the Fulanis, who can never be banned spiritually by Fulanis, because our spiritual antenna, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made our spiritual antenna. You know that there is something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says in December, even before the launching of the ESN. He said we have reached the highest height in the spirit realm, so that we have mounted our light in the highest height in the spiritual realm, that our light is shining and nothing can cover the light anymore. He said it before the launching of ESN. He said it, that we have reached the highest rank that anybody can reach in the spirit realm. Because in the spirit realm, there is also rank. So we have reached that rank. Now, what I'm wanting to tell everyone here, our Lord is good. The days of sorrow is over. The days of sorrow is over. The days of sorrow is over. The days of walking under spell is over. I want to give you one sign, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Bible that I am reading these days. Whenever I read Bible, I will shake that Bible. How I shake, if this thing is true, is that I will shake, is this thing showing in the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What we are explaining to you here, do you know when Moses came to the land of Israel? what else, to the land of Egypt to liberate the Israelites. What was the first sign? If you can remember, the first sign that happened is the exchange of power that is in existence, so that you will know that what is taking place is more of spiritual than physical. There was demonstration of power. We are here. ESN has come to stay. Anybody who is not supporting, tap your neighbor, touch your neighbor. You need to support ESN by fire, by force. You need to be delivered from the voodoo, from the spell of the Fulani by fire, by force. When Moses came to the Israelite, it's not a physical demonstration. It was spiritual demonstration. First of all, the staff of Moses was thrown on the floor, and it became a serpent. And when that staff became a serpent, do you know what happened? Pharaoh called all his magicians. They say, is it this thing you come to teach us? We are super. But there is rank in the spirit. Onwe ọdụm nwa ọdụm bụ agụ na-eche mba. Enwere ọdụm nwekwa ọdụm bụ agụ na-eche mba. Enwere ọkụ nwezikwa consuming fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire is not ordinary fire. It's not the fire you used to cook or you used to boil your meat. Consuming fire, when you meet it, hey. So when Moses came there, he threw his staff on the ground. The staff of Moses become a serpent. And they also, Pharaoh called his magicians. Say, we are used to this. He called his magicians. What did the magicians do? They also turned their own staff into a serpent. But how do you know the consuming fire among the fires? Is the fire that consumes fires. So the staff of Moses swallow all those serpents that Pharaoh and his magicians produced. But do you know the miracle that happened? It wasn't the swallowing of those serpents that is the miracle that happened. The miracle that happened is that after swallowing all those serpents, he remained the same shape. The same shape, nothing changed. It's not like when a snake or when a python swallows something, you will see that thing in the belly of the python showing until that thing decay or digest. But here, the staff of Moses, the serpent of Moses, swallowed all the serpents that the Pharaoh's magicians produced, but remained the same shape. Our battle is spiritual. It's more of spiritual than physical. Then I want to tell you another thing again. When they are going in the wilderness, the same serpent again, the same serpent that they saw in the land of Egypt, now turn over the people again, start biting the people. Then Moses made another serpent again, hang it up, and they proclaimed to them that anyone that look at the one that is the serpent that is hung up, the one that is biting them on the ground will stop. Why am I bringing this story? Now, the serpent that swallow other serpents are ESN, not any security outfit from any stupid politician in Biafra land, whether state, whether by village, whether by local government. The serpent that swallow other serpents are ESN right now, because they are the only one that has ever carried this operation successfully. They have the only one who has carried this operation successfully. Their eyes, their spiritual eyes are wide open like a torch. That is why in one of their video that you saw them, they are in a forest in the night. Do you imagine, or do you think, how is these people seeing their way in the forest in the night? It's only people who are spiritual can see their way, can navigate their way out. Do you know in Igbo land, when you go into forest, there is a particular tree or leaf that will touch you. You will lost your way in the wilderness. That is power. That is spiritual. Then it takes a spiritual man to redirect your way again when you get lost. Now, all these things that I'm narrating to you, I want the Biafran to see how their battle is more spiritual than physical. If you have not joined us in the fasting, you need to join now. You need to know why you have to prepare yourself and your family spiritually. You need to know. Even though as you are getting physical preparation, you also need to prepare your family, yourself well. And what are those principles? Please, if it is possible for you to stop eating cows that Fulani are railing, please do that as quick as possible. If it's possible for you to stop eating the cow that the cow from Fulanis or meat from Fulanis, do that as quick as possible. As quick as possible. Do that. Now, if you see yourself in any village right now that you are working against your people, that you are having the hate about your people, that you are using your people for money gain, for a personal interest, Fulani voodoo is working against you. Please seek for spiritual help as quick as you can. Seek for spiritual help. If anytime you hear about Biafra and it's itching you, scratching you, you don't want to take eyes to see people who talk about Biafra. You don't like it. You don't like that freedom. You don't like that word, Biafra. Please, if that is happening to you, seek for spiritual help. Quick. As soon as possible, you can. Seek for spiritual help. Something voodoo, something called spell of the Fulanis is already working against you. If you are that type that never want any unity of Igbos, whenever he talks, Igbos are uniting together, IGBOS are uniting together, Irobos are uniting together, and the bodies are scratching you. You don't want it. Whenever you hear the name Igbo, the name Ijo, the thing will sound to you like they use pin to pinch you. Then something has happened to you. That is the Fulani voodoo. Please seek for spiritual help as soon as possible. If you are here in IPOP, a principal officer, you know more like the Biafran people. Everything about them is crashing your body. You are now feeling irritated for your brother. When somebody said talk real things about Biafra, you are seeing yourself scratching bodies. You are no more comfortable. In IPOP, I'm telling you, seek for spiritual help. Please. Fulani voodoos is working against you. If you are such a person that anything that you are being told, you cannot keep it. Your mouth is loose like a tap of water that is being opened. Your mouth is like the corn that they put on the fire. If it's happening to you that you're everywhere, Fulani voodoo is working against you. Seek for spiritual help. If you are such a principal officer, you are not keeping to your promise, which you promised the day you take oath into this very struggle. If you are such person, you know that you don't like Nnamdi Kanu and you are in IPOP. You don't like ESN, and you are in IPOP. Or even though you have left IPOP and you don't like IPOP and you don't like ESN, please seek for spiritual help. You are under Fulani spell. That is as much as I can tell you at this very hour. You need spiritual purification. You need to go there. If there is a water where you need to go and bath, you need to go and bath there. Why we are bringing to you is because I believe they have not blocked your ear. But the problem may be that your two ear is open. If you enter from here, you go out from here. But before you go out, just listen to what we are saying. Seek for help. Seek for help. Something has gone wrong against you. Something has gone wrong against you. You must rise up. If you cannot tolerate other people in this very project of restoration of Biafra, then Fulani voodoo, Fulani spell is working against you. Seek for spiritual help. Biafrans, seek for spiritual help. For those that know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploit. Those that know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploit. Did you know your God? Are you sure spiritually you are fortified? Spiritually right now, are you complete? Can you still pray? Can you still call on Chukwu Okike Abiama? And Chukwu Okike Abiama will be speaking to you as to regard to restoration project, restoration of Biafran project. Are you still communicating with Chukwu Okike Abiama? You might think that we are here to incite you. That is not my job. That is not my job at all, to incite anyone. But my job is that when we see the truth, we bring it to your doorpost. We bring the truth to your doorpost. You need to hear the truth. It is time for you to ask yourself question. Why is your clock going anti-clockwise? Why? Why? All of a sudden, Biafran issue, the death of Biafrans, the killings of Biafrans, the murdering of Biafrans, destroying of Biafrans' farmlands, raping raping our daughters, and even right now they're kidnapping our people, taking them to unknown places and raping our women. Now it doesn't touch you. You don't feel those things. Something has gone wrong. That is the Fulani spell, because in their voodoo we are reviewed that they are doing their voodoo, giving as much blood as they can to make sure that our people remain divided. That we remain divided. That's why they are capturing your governors. All your governors are under their spell. Now, if you look at the revelation of this man, he makes you to understand that Buhari is aware of this operation, this spiritual operation. Mazipat, you want to say something? Come in before I finish.
Yeah, I think we had these little network issues. That is, by the way, Mazi Solomon, you've dwelled so much on this spirit fighting. And to be frank with you, a lot of Biafrans who cannot comprehend the spiritual angle. In fact, some people will tell you that even in Egypt, it took the spiritual strength of Moses to be able to. When you look at what happened in Egypt, there were lots of signs, spiritual signs, that at some point, even God told Moses that they should kill animals and place the blood on the doors, so that when the angel of death passes, it will identify the houses that are being painted in blood. These are spiritual, principles. Yes. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Until the children of Israel, their deliverance could not be complete, because where you are going now is when the deliverance of the children of Israel are getting complete in Egypt. So therefore, there is need for that spiritual process to complete their deliverance. So there was mark of the blood, who also is a shadow of the blood that Jesus Christ shed on the cross of Calvary. But let's go with what happened in the Old Testament, that before their deliverance in Egypt could be accomplished, all the children of Israel were made to be spiritual. They are made to be complete in the spirit, not in the physical. So that process is the process of completion, total completion. If in the New Testament they will be telling you of the process of cleansing, where you will be clean to be made complete spiritual, because the reason for cleansing, the reason for cleaning is for you to be clean and then made perfect or made complete spiritually. That is the process of cleansing that provide age around where the children of Israel are, that when the angel of light pass, they will not be able to, the angel of death pass, they will not be able to penetrate where the children of Israel are, but they can penetrate where the Egyptians are. So that is the spiritual age I'm telling you about. This is the season for spirituality. This is the season for spiritual cleansing. This is the season for spiritual fortification of Biafra. That is why Mazi Nnamdi can declare 40 days fasting. So you should not be wondering about. You should know why you need to be fortified spiritually, or else you are gonna. You are just a walking corpse. Fulani has already captured you with that gun. They have already captured you with that gun. They have already captured you with that gun. All those things they are operating with gun is to cause fear to other communities. But before they operate gun anywhere, they will first of all arrest the people spiritually. So we are here to bring the update to you that one of them that are possessed with these spiritual powers were captured. And I'm bringing Mazi Pat in here to tell you his name and at the same time read out the press release for ESN. Thank you, Mazi Pat.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. There is this notorious Fulani terrorist leader by name Musa Issa that was tracked down by ESN and taken care of. And this guy, they said, oh, he's an old man. But when they traced and tracked him down, they discovered he's in his 40s, a young man. And, you know, he has carried out series of attacks ranging from Cross River, Ebonyi, Enugu, across board. You know, so when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying that they needed a regional security outfit, it was very, very important that a coordinated security system is put in place to be able to track down, you know, these criminals, these terrorists. It was not a job that community vigilante would have done. It was not a job that individuals would have done. The issue of security, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continued to hammer on the issue of regional security that can have a central command so that they will be able to have this ability to transfer information and also terrorist criminals. Because what they do is that they go to a particular community in a state, they hit that community, they withdraw back, then they move to another state again based on information that their own Fulani people on the ground are giving them. So they do interstate massacring of our people. And there was no way they would have been tracked if you have to operate state by state. Because we saw it in that announcement, the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to set up the Eastern Security Network. Let me read out the IGBO press release on the attack on our people in Benue. The title of this press release, Benue or ESN will move in. IPOB tells Governor Orton. It has become imperative that we, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, bring to the attention of the Governor Samuel Orton of Ebonyi State how Fulani terrorists masquerading as herdsmen are terrorizing Igbo communities in his state. The unprovoked genocidal attack by these murderous bands have intensified in the last 1 week. The world has to be aware of this atrocity, which has persisted, obviously, because the governor failed to rise to his responsibility of protecting lives and property of these innocent Igbo communities in his state. Recently, the Fulani terrorist headsmen disguised as soldiers and abducted so many people in some Igbo communities in Benue. Igbo communities. Benue State Governor Samuel Autumn must take responsibility to secure these communities, or IPOB would move in our gallant ESN, Eastern Security Network Operative, to do the needful. For weeks now, the people are being terrorized by hooded Fulani military men on evil mission. These communities are living in fears, and some have already run away from their homes. We can never allow Fulani terrorists to decimate any Biafran community. We will no longer tolerate any unprovoked attack against our people, irrespective of where they reside. Governor Autumn must act now, or ESN will rise to the occasion. ESN will launch a serious operation to chase the killer Fulani out of Benue if Governor Autumn cannot protect Igbo Biafrans and living in Benue. The Benue government must, as a matter of urgency, ensure that the chief of Loga and other abducted are released and no harm befall them. Otherwise, ESN will unleash its venom in the state against Fulani. Based on our findings, the worst hit Fulani attack is at Aloga community, where men in military uniform kidnapped 3 innocent locals. The victims, including chief of the community, Mazi Boniface, IPOB coordinator, and the youth leader of Ndigwe community. Others include Chief Simon Wake from Ndige Nado LGA, and Patrick Wake, youth president of Ndige Nado LGA. Other Igbo villages under siege now in Izi, Oju, LGO, Benue are a village, which is in Benue. Others include Ndi Nwankwo village, Osidi village, Usebe village, Eka village, Ekari village, Emeka village, Edia village, and others. Because these are local government areas. In Inikiri, Izi, in Ado LGA, the besieged villages include Inikiri village, Okutu village, Amaeka village, Ejebe village, Odon village, Echeri village, One village, and Odoke village. Others are Emeola village, Ebusike village, Eri village, Eberekere village, and others. These are villages in a Benue state mistakenly carved into Benue state, and Governor must secure and protect them. We need explanation why he failed to protect these hamlets folks from Fulani, these Hapul folks from Fulani terrorist attack. Intelligent reports at our disposal indicate that Fulani terrorists camped and operate from that axis, enter Ebonyi state, Enugu state, and cross River State, where they launch attack on our people and move back. But now IPOB are prepared and would allow allow them any breeding ground in our land. Comrade Emma Powerful, Publicity Secretary of IGBO. Mazi, when we come back, we will also read the Daily Post news.
Okay, Mazit Pat, thank you so much for reading out those, for reading out the press release to our people. Now, I want our people to pay attention. So it seems like, please, if you have left this forum, I want you to come back, because what we are saying now is important. Or else, even if you have faith to watch this program later, that will also be good. What is just important to us is not to be here live, but to make sure that you get this information anytime at your convenient time. Now, what really happened is that so many of you, when Mazi said that Biafran, part of Benue, is a Biafran land, so many of you did not believe. All these villages that we have been read out here in the press release are the villages, Igbo villages, that are being carved into Benue. And the worst part is that these people who are being in this Benue, as is Benue state, they are not happy. And there is no government presence in where their villages are. And they are the people that have been most attacked by Fulanis. Their farms are the one that are most destroyed in Fulanis. They are the one that, if you see the water, we tend to come with the pictures of the water that these people are drinking in their village. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So the government has refused to give them attention as to regard to the insecurity challenges. And therefore now, these Fulani terrorists and killers, they are now using most of these the Igbo villages in Benue. They are now using those areas as their base, the place from which they go to launch attack to other Igbo communities, both in Delta, both in River State, in Cross River State, and everywhere, even in Anambra, Imo, Aboy. So they are launching attack from all these communities. After they have finished with Delta, they will go back to the base. And that is why you cannot see them around. After they have killed, they will run back to their base and settle there. Then whenever they attack, they are ready for another attack again, they move. So this is how they have been operating around. So our people in Benue has been at the receiving end of the insecurity caused by the Fulanis. So that is the reason why ESN cannot left our people behind. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu promised the world and also promised the entire Nigeria that none of our people will be left aside for this Biafran restoration. That all our people must go along. All our people must enjoy what Biafran will be all about. So that is the promise that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm telling you today by the word of Dele Mohammadu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Otokadum. Now, the Igbo people who parade themselves as Igbos, have you ever hear it from their mouth? Have you ever hear them talk about our people that are being carved to Benue that are not even seeing the presence of government in their community? Have you ever heard Ohaneze Ndigbo talk about it? That tells you how fake Ohaneze Ndigbo is. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking with range, talking with anger in his heart, you will know what that anger is all about. These are the people who are your people. You abandon them everywhere Nigeria carved them to. Now, today, mischiefully, I'm an Anambra man. If by mistake they carve me, they carve my community and they put again in another Kogi or put again in another Benue. So now I will cease to be an Igbo man. Ohaneze Ndigbo will do meeting. They will never think that I am being taken from Ala Igbo to somewhere else in Ugwausa or in a middle belt where they put us where we did not belong. In their meeting, they will not remember them. In their policy, they will not remember these people. In their plan, they are not included in their plan. Some of their member has also come out and say that the Igbo present that is being that we are talking about, that other Igbos who are carved into other states are not included. Can you see such evil, such abomination? And this is what our people who are under the Fulani spells are doing to our people. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only a talker, but he is a talker doom. That what he says he implements. Our peoples are being dumped at Benue. Nobody is taking care of them. Nobody is asking of them. Now they are reminding the governor of Benue State, if they fail to do the needful, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is implementing every of his word. Everything that he has sit down to say in Radio Biafra, he goes ahead to implement them. So that is what moved ESN into that operation. But let me tell you something that is very, very important that you must take out from this very program. Now, when we come to the providing security and network security, like ESN, who will be covering the entire region, is this. The criminals, the way they operate, though some of the operations are regional based and some of the operations are national based and some of the operation is state based, but all of them, they coordinate together. All of them, they coordinate together. For the matter of fact, this killing that you see in Benue is a coordinated, well coordinated killing, and it is regional coordinated, so that these people, they share information with each other. That is why they know exactly where to attack. It's not that Fulani, they just wake up, they go to this place. No, any attack they carry out, they know, they have the information before they move into that place for that attack. They are coordinating themselves regionally. So what they do, when they finish here, they will move arm. Gradually, inside the bush, they will move arm. They know where will be the next operation. You know, so they may finish in Aboying. You'll be looking for them at Aboying while they are going already in another village. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has looked on this and said it will be hard for us to be able to wage war against these people who has a wider network, even beyond region. So that we have to have a security outfit that will be regionally based network of security. That is not going to be like one village finishes, they didn't pass information, there was no information, there was no coordinated information being transmitted. So how can you fight the people who has this wider information? They transmit their information, and you are dealing with a village of which, when they finish with their village, they are moving with another village. It takes intelligence to be able to coordinate that these people, look at, this is their movement. So if you don't have a network, if you don't have a security network to the next village, definitely your village has finished being a victim and another village is ready to be a victim. But if there is information, even if the ESN in your village did not finish the battle and they escaped to another village, the ESN will follow them up with intelligence to know their movement, so that to know how to capture them. So without this kind of operation, there is no way you can operate a security that will challenge Fulanis, because they will finish doing their dirty job in this one state, they will move to another state. So if there is no information exchanging hands, you cannot know the movement of the Fulanis, and they will keep destroying our villages and destroying our crops. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said the security must be based regional. It must be a regional security. So we'll be sure that our people are well secured with the intelligent information. They are secured. It's just like a police. Imagine if it is only in Lagos State that you have police, that you don't have police in other places. When a criminal finishes in Lagos, once he escapes Lagos, then nobody to challenge him anymore. There will be no transformation of information. Information will not exchange hand. Now you imagine police is chasing after you, like where I am in a civilized country. Sorry, I'm proud of this country. They are civilized. They are civilized, well civilized, because Nigeria, as they are, they don't emulate good things. You know, they don't emulate good things. And that is why I saw one of our sisters who sing a song here. Everybody is everybody is coming down on her, say he abused some people. No, he only throw challenge. Emulate good things. That if you want to see people who are using cars to do favor to people, you will see them in Anambra. So he want to challenge you. He want to motivate you so you can emulate good things. How many of you in Imo State is using car to dash people? Car. How many of you in Imo State have dashed people car? You need to wake up to reality. Any bad thing that they say is happening in your community, if you are a freedom fighter, fight that evil thing, because prostitution has also been the reason why our spiritual life are being drilled. We eat everything that comes in our mouth. We see evil happening. We will not rise up to occasion. Very important. But that is not what I'm saying. But what I am bringing out here is to be able to let you know how far Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone with his strategy of ESM. So these Fulanis, they are operating based on regional level, that they move their information from one village to the other village. They move their logistic from one village to the other village. Now, if you are a security in your own village, with the arm you are operating in your own village, then the Fulani escape your village and they go to another village. Can you be able to take your ammunition? Can you be able to provide logistic to the next village before they are being overrun? No, because there was no connection. There was no connection. So some of you that comes to talk against a stand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, strategy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm educating you now. You cannot tackle Fulanis without you having that means of network, ways of passing information. Without the networking. So if they finish with one village, the other village cannot be able to provide logistics to the other village. So the village they are going into remain vulnerable because there's no logistic, there is no information transmission. So now Mazi was saying this morning or in his broadcast and said the only way that is being designed to eat elephant is to divide, is to cut that elephant into pieces. Then you can be able to consume, and that is also the process. The whole fufu, you cannot put the whole fufu in your mouth. If you want to conquer that mountain, you will take it bit by bit. Now the people also say that when you bring a bunch of broom together, you will not be able, because there was strength in unity. They can be able to coordinate, to harness their energy together, and they will fight in one front. So if your village are being carved out, you thought that those Ndielileli and the Fulefu in that your community, that they are security enough to combat Fulani, I tell you they are liar. Most of the security you have in your family, they are in Fulani's informants. Because if you can't beat them, you will join them. That is just the reality. So in the strategy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the best, that we have to have the network so that we can be able to transmit information to conquer these wild beasts of the Fulanis. Wild beast of the Fulanis. If there was no intelligent information being transmitted from one village to the other, police is chasing you from Lagos, you are calling the police in Benue, that so number of vehicle are the armed robbers, are so things, you should hold them, you should not allow them to pass this checkpoint, you should not allow them, they are taking this road. With that very information, you can be able to track down. So it's very, very hard for only Southeast to only the place you call South. We need to come together. Do you know why? Because our villages and our houses, our communities is like this. Is together. Like Unana Alona Nam. Isibonya Bateba Ebonya. We are all together. We are all together. If we divide ourselves, they will capture us bit by bit, and they will swallow all of us. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who knows the strength that is in our unity, he launched ESM, and said it is the Eastern Security Network. He called them network. The network, the way information passed through, the whole information passed through, that before when the information comes that they are in Calabar, we will be able to use that network of the security network of the ESN to transmit the information, and they also pass logistic to make sure that our people there were not overpowered. You see how this thing works? And you see the reason why you have to support ESN. They never, because they destabilize us, they divide us, so that it will be easy for their own method, it will be easy for their operations to go through. That is why they are casting voodoos to make sure that the wicked heart turn to his back. He forgets that he is an Igbo man. He forgets that the people at Obibo are his Obibo. This is the Fulani voodoo. His heart went to the hope, the same thing. His heart went to the back. Under the spell of the Fulanis, he killed his people. Under the spell of Fulanis, Nwike killed his people. Because they divided us village by village. That is why they kept all their excess from one family, from one village to the other, so that those excess of the Fulanis in your forest, in your community, will be gathering information for them, making sure that every information that we go through, that we unite Igbos, that we unite Biafra, that information get to the Fulanis, they will keep invoking their spell on those informations. So we didn't operate. So ESN take them on our way. And that is why they are withdrawing now. They are seeking for peace. They are seeking to calm down. They are seeking to withdraw the Fulanis. They are now speaking up. They are now agreeing to restructure. They are now agreeing with their way of restructure. They are now agreeing with the Fulanis should not be taking cow to the south. This is because they see that the launch of ESN have actually spoiled their business. They could not operate again the way they designed. So that is the press release that you are reading out. Our people are dumped in Kogi State. Our people are dumped in Benue State. Our people are dumped here and there. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu promised that none of our people will be left out of restoration of Biafran project, and is implementing it. That is why the ESN has to move into the Benue to secure the village of our people, and the promising to do more, because when you get to the pictures we see about our people in there, if we show you the pictures here, you will throw your water and you will start sharing tears. That people were subjected into this kind of suffering. Igbo, Nwoke Igbo, Nwanyi Igbo. The people of Biafra are subjected into this kind of suffering. It takes only the eyes of a spiritual man like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to see those people. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is fake. Governor is fake. Your elites are fake. Your representative in Abuja, they are fake. They are fake. And that is why they have never thought about their people that are being carved somewhere, and there was no presence of the government. They are even taking them out from the opportunity they feel they have in the government to be the president of Nigeria. They are even carving them out. They are even forgetting them. That in the meeting of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, they are not included. There was no plan about them. It takes only a man like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to include all his people in the restoration project. So that is the information and the update we are bringing to you. Have you supported ESN? You are still an Igbo man, and you don't feel concerned that ESN need your support, then you need to seek for spiritual help. You are under spell. You are under spell, and you need to do that in hurry before it becomes too late for you. Thank you so much, Mazi Pat. I think according to time, I'm not sure.
I want to see, we are opening
I'm
the
not
line
sure
for
if we are
those.
keeping time here.
Yeah, we are opening the line for those, because in the next 15 minutes we'll be rounding up. Mazi Solomon, thank you for that analysis. We are opening the line, and if you want to call in to contribute to this program, the number is on the screen, +3938817796665. please call in, and we would be responding as well, and we would be giving you the opportunity to make your contribution. Mazi Solomon, there is this topic I would like us to talk about, because there are two clips of Buhari at my disposal. Buhari in 2015 and Buhari in 2021. But we're going to talk about that later in the day, or possibly tomorrow, based on your own time zone. We are not going to talk about that right now. We are going to play two different clips of Muhammad Buhari, because this argument of Buhari dead and alive continues. So, but we are opening the line on this program as regard to this topic of the Fulani militia in Benue and the work that ESN is doing in that particular area. It is very, very important that we look into this. Mazi, there is a clip I want to play, and you that understand the Hausa language, please interpret.
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba, Allah ubangiji ya tsine man, Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin nan. Bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita, sai noma. Saniya ba ta haifa bindiga AK-47. Bahilla ce bai da makera da zai kera bindiga AK-47. Gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da ya sa billahi lazi shekara na 7 ina makarantar allo, amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun, wallahi ina mamaki, kullun ina tunanin rayuwata, saboda mahaifa na akalla a kasar dan banga da
Yeah, Mazi
Thank you, Mazi.
Yes.
So what the man is saying here, that he said,
yes. Go ahead.
The man said that he's swearing to God Almighty. He's swearing to God Almighty based on what he's about to review. That he swear in the name of God Almighty. That the only two things that you know cow for is to roast it and cook it and eat, or you use it to farm. So you know, when you give a cow those instruments, you using it to plow. He said these are the two things he knows that cow is being used for. That cow doesn't give birth to AK-47, and you don't harvest AK-47 from the farm. That it is government who is sending AK-47 to them, and they are receiving. That is what the man said. That the government are the one sending the AK-47. That throughout his life, when he's studying their Islamic school for 7 years, that he's never called to his mind that a day will come he become a killer. So that is exactly what the man is saying there. Before you cut it off,
I think we have a caller. We have a caller. Let's take this call, please, before we return back to that issue. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi Chikadike. I'm from Anioma land, Agbo precisely. I've been following your program. I've been following this program. You people have been doing so marvelous well. My greetings to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, this issue of Ohaneze and the Southeast governors, it is obvious that Fulani voters have taken them over. They have sold us out already. Imagine where our people in Anioma always deny their Igbo identity, and Ohaneze and the governors the politics. So when you see a leader, it is obvious to know who is a leader. When our leader came on board, he was speaking about even the Igbo in Edo State. So it is obvious. We have seen it that he has done so well. He is a true leader. He is a leader indeed, and a leader which we should look up to. We should support him. come to think of this ESN, look at the marvelous work they are doing. If not for ESN, look at Southwest. Look at what Fulani have done to Southwest. They are now a refugee in another man's country, even in their own land. So it is obvious that our leader has done well. All he has said he would do, he has been doing them. So I so much appreciate him. I owe him a lot. He's a true leader.
Which part of Anyoma are you from?
I'm from Eka.
Eka. Okay, you are Eka. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. I think that ESN.
Please,
yes. Go ahead.
I've been trying to call you, although I've never been able to reach you. I heard there is Anyoma forum where they are doing something about Anyoma. I don't know.
Yes, after the program, try to. After the program.
This man about this farm, the food gladiator or something like that.
Get in touch.
So
get in touch with me. Get in touch with me.
Send him to Agbo for at least to lecture my people there.
Beautiful. Get in touch with me after the program, please. And we also need ESN because we know right now in Delta State, the Fulani herdsmen have taken over all the whole forest and bushes. And we are
even in Agbo, they are disturbing us. They are truly worrying us.
Okay, so and we need ESN, so we have to mobilize to see how we can make that happen. Thank you very much. Get in touch after the program. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, Mazi Solomon, we've seen people of Anyoma, being even discriminated because the Ohanese and the Igbo leaders have failed. That even the Anyoma people, where I come from, are even denying their Igbo-ness. We saw Yesomwike in the River State deny being an Igbo man, but despite denying being an Igbo man, the leader of Secretary General of Ohanese and Igbo did not call him to order. Rather, he was singing for him. Mwike, Mwike, Mwike Kaige. So he became a sycophant of a man who denied his origin. And it was the duty of Nnayamudo to tell Wike, no, but you are Igbo. Rather than confronting him with the reality, he was singing the song for Nyesom Wike, encouraging him to kill Igbos, Bibo. Are these issues of, is it Nnayamudo still under spell as well? Because, I don't know, let's see if we can take this call. Hello, caller, Mazi. Mazi, good morning. Yes. Yeah, caller, welcome to the program. Go ahead, because you have just 2 minutes. We are rounding up.
Hello, Mazik and Patrick.
Go ahead and make your contribution.
Okay. Good morning, my fellow Biafrans. Where I'm interested is when Solomon is talking about spiritual background. Our spiritual background is not comparable. Our spiritual background is not comparable. That is why British come and trespass, and they couldn't get it. It's there till tomorrow. Our ordinary is not jam. We don't go jam. We don't do jam. What we do is to visit all the Ismails used to create this planet Earth. All of them is within the chair. If anybody can hear me well, Ndiche is not jam. To do ordinana is not jam. It's not preamble. No, it's not preamble at all. It's real. In our land now, many families now are battling. They are battling different kind of spiritual attack. So all of us should run back, should run quick, and do the needful. Thank you very much, Kempa.
Thank you.
On when Solomon is talking about this spiritual background.
Okay, can you ask him to hold on? So this topic he raised is very important. We discuss it with him.
Yeah.
Ordinary people stand firm to defend our land.
Okay, hold on,
Thank you
caller.
very much.
Yeah, Mazi Solomon, Mazi
Don't
Solomon want
go.
to
Tell
talk
him
to
not to
you.
go.
He said you should
Tell
hold
him
on,
not to go.
stay onto the line.
Now, my brother, it's not only Omenana that has spirituality on it. Every religion, including Islam, they all has their spirituality standard. You can through Christianity meet up to your spiritual standard.
I tell you,
No,
their own is charm. Their own is
yeah,
charm.
no.
Their own is not tradition.
We are not talking about charm. Charm is not included. We are talking about spirituality, spiritual fortification. Spiritual fortification has to do with individual. As you know, individual's faith is what work for him. So what work for me may not work for you. If I am a man and a person, there is a way, there is usoro, the principle in which you are going to be fortified spiritually to be a complete spiritual man in the principle of Omenana. So many people, they belong to Omenana, they are not following the principle. They are not following the principle. Now, tell me how many Omenana people in Igbo during the olden days in our Omenana, do you know what is Inso? The people who attended spiritual height who get spiritual fortification, there is so many things they avoid not to eat. But how can you tell me you're a man and a person? You sit everywhere. Even people or men and a people, there is a place you cannot sit. Today in Omenana, we observe even when a woman is on menses, you don't near or sleep in the same bed or eat the food that woman cook. Who is observing it? So it is principle. We are not talking of charm. Spiritual principle that make people complete in a particular religion, even in a Christian religion. Don't you see that it is the politics of who is close to the pastor? And so many people, instead of giving to spiritual growth, they are giving to pastor growth. They grow in the closeness of their pastor instead of being spiritual.
Because you got an answer. The answer is that what slave trade and missionary and colonization did in our land, that is when they come and destroy those things you are mentioning now. Many people are not keeping it, and mostly the people they get is the people that call warrant chiefs. They planted warrant chiefs on us, and the warrant chiefs devastated more, and they are still working in our land today. That is why we are calling on them. We must hunt them down. You understand me? If you know that,
thank you.
If you know what is slave trade and know what is missionary and colonization, that is what they destroy. That is when they come and turn things upside down.
Thank you thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Mazi, I think we have another caller.
Just before the caller come in, just take the call, Mazi. What I am saying here, people should understand. We are not discriminating religion. We are not discriminating religion when it comes to spirituality. By the way, the reason why religion is there is not for you to carry religion on your head. Religion is a tool to prepare yourself spiritually. Jesus said, get ready for the kingdom of God is at hand. So you need to know that the reason for religion is for you to prepare your spiritual life, equip yourself spiritually. Are you an Omenana person? The principle of Omenana is for you to equip yourself spiritual. If you don't understand that principle, you are free to go to where you understand the principle that can make you to be equipped. It's very, very important. We are not discriminating in between religions here. Religion is not our issue. They are only tools to get us prepared individual. They are not the one they are not the one to control us. We are the one to use what it gives us to prepare ourselves. That is why Jesus asked them, is it the altar that make what is in the altar holy? Or is it what you kept in the altar that make altar holy? Or is it altar that make what you kept to it holy? So you need to understand religion is just a tool to prepare us spiritual. That is not the power. The power is what we make use of, what we use religion to produce in our life. Thank you. Maspat.
Yeah, Mazi, we have another caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good afternoon here. What I want to say on my own is our brothers that are in Benue State, as Solomon we are saying, if you go there, you will cry. You know this thing they call earthworm, because of the water they drink. Guinea worm. Guinea worm used to come out in their legs, in the person's body. I have been there. Guinea worm, because of the water they drink, they do come out in human being body. More than 10 will come out in one person body. They overlook those people. And if you come this far, height, if a giant stand in your face, you cannot see them. The kind of food they produce in that place, I'm telling you today. But the government overlook these our people there. Do you know if one want to enter there in 1 week, before another car will enter, it will take the next week again. You bring bread like it will be like you are a king, a bread. So our people, what our leader is doing a great thing, which every Igbo man, which every good conscious man supposed to support him. For our brothers that are there, they are seeing hell. They are seeing hell. I have gone there through Igumale, Utonko. When you went there, you know that our brothers are seeing hell. Please, that is what I'm saying. Now we keep on remembering these people day and night. We keep on remembering them day and night, so that government will do something. We know that the government will not do anything apart from Biafra, but let them know that we have them at heart.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You go there, you will cry.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mazi, so that is the information I got as well, that the situation that they drink from the same, where Fulani cow drink is where they also drink from. They drink from the same pond. Our people in that Benue region, in all these villages, the Fulani carry their cow, bring their cow to drink from the same pond where our people drink from. And it is a terrible situation, Mazi.
Yes, Mazi. Our job here, people listen very well. And we are bringing the word, we are bringing this notice to the entire world, to everyone who is listening to us. Now, we are, ESN are not in Benue to drag land or area with TV people. ESN moved into Benue for the Igbo communities that are in Benue, who are also Biafran, that are fraudulently carved into Benue. So if we are saying Benue here, so that the world will know why ESN is going there and why ESN is operating there and why are we mentioning it. If Benue decided that they want to vote in referendum that all the TV people should belong to Biafra, it's solidly up to them. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already promised that we will not leave our brothers that are fraudulently carved into Benue. We will not leave them. We will not leave them outside the restoration project of Biafra. So he said it and he is acting on it. And those of you that are Igbos, that are in Kogi State, your help is on the way. Those of you that are Igbos that are carved to any other places where you feel lonely and you feel forgotten, I want you to know that IPOP and ESN has not forgotten you. All you just need to do is to support ESN. They will come for your rescue, definitely. Wherever our people are, they can never be forgiven. They can never be forgotten. Sorry. We are here for our people. IPOP and the ESN, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are the only Otokadum, the only people who has what it takes to implement their promises, to bring the promises they promise people into reality. We are not a group of politicians who will come to promise you heaven on earth, and after 4 years or 8 years they've been in power, you will never see them around your village again. Thank you, Mazipat. Go on.
Yes. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. The reason why I called, because I was hearing some kind of talk that Mazi said 1,001 soldiers that flew from the Zoo Republic, that they must join ESM. So my contribution there is that how we sure those people are not planning to just do those things to bring them in to monitor what we are doing as Biafrans.
Well, there is a process of recruitment into ESN. You are not just getting to ESN because you left the army. You know, there is a process for recruitment into ESN, which include assessment and other procedures. So ESN is a tactical team that cannot be, infiltrated. That we can guarantee you.
Because, you know, this Republic, they are unpredictable. They can do things which, because some of our men who are brain behind all these things, they can even tell them what to do, like Wazirika and Co.
Yeah, that is not, that should not bring any fear at all.
My response to him, Mazipat,
Yes.
is that ESN also have different departments, okay? So, like a school, when you started, they will put you in the nursery school, the one that our people call Otakara. There is mechanism put in place, okay? So we are not, ESN are not working like zombies or like organization of Igbo meeting or Haneze Ndi Igbo, which Fulanis has to choose the president general and recommend that this is your president, and they will take it. And ESN are not sleeping like the way our people in Imo State try to sleep. And they went in the night and they cook Hope Uzodinma and they use it to push out the real elected governor of their state. So there is mechanism in place. So we are not allowing what happened in Imo State to happen in ESN, or allowing what is happening in Nigerian politics to happen in the politics of ESN. So for now, we are giving you confidence that ESN, all they needed from you is support them. Don't worry about the activities. They are well prepared. They are well prepared. They are getting the advice needed. They are getting everything that mentally support that they needed. They are getting it right. Just sleep with your two eyes. All your responsibility is to support, contribute with money. That is all that ESN need from you. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Do you have any other question?
I'm clear with this. That's just my fear there.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling in. Mazi Solomon, I think we have to start rounding up.
Yes, Mazi Pat, you have tried.
It's 7 minutes past 7. 7 minutes past 7. Thank you, Mazi.
Please, people, before we round up, can we give clap hand for ESN boys? ESN boy, can we give clap hand to ESN boys? ESN boys, when you watch this video, we are clapping for you guys. You have a good, you really have a good recommendation. You are trying.
Let's take this as the last caller. Yes, welcome to the program. You are the last caller for today's program. Go ahead, and you have 2 minutes.
I can see. I'm first of all clapping my hands.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful.
I want to say thank you so much for your good work.
Thank you very much for calling in.
I want to say congratulations to my Solomon, because he always tried to educate the world, not only that, but the world. When he comes to church, the open church, he will educate you very, very well. So my Solomon, I respect you and I say kudos.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Mr. Pat, first of all, I will say I've been following you anyway, but today, they are respecting you. It was the day you educate Deji. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that appreciation.
Little suggestion to make here, I don't know here much, but what is really going on with your mother? I have made call to them because they have program today. I called them and asked them, all this gossip, can you bring Biafra? If you people can bring Biafra, it will be okay. If Madina Mechanic can bring Biafra, it's okay for us. All we need is Biafra. All this gossip every time. Madina can do this and do that cannot help us. Fulani people have scattered those our politicians, those our leaders in Southeast. And this our Biafra is our last hope. And you people cannot put this in order. You are trying to gossip every time. They could not allow me to say, they just cut me short. So I want to have a opportunity to suggest if they will have a way of trying to put peace between them and Mazinandika so that all this gossip can stop. Let's move ahead and pursue what we are pursuing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Maz, I want to ask him a question.
Yes, go ahead, Maz Solomon.
What is your fear about Uchemofo? What is your fear about Uchemofo? With his gossip, what is your fear all about? You are afraid that he will stop IPOP, or you are afraid he will kill Mazinande Kanu, or he will bring down Mazinande Kanu, or you are afraid that he will stop the operation of ESN? What are you afraid about his gossip?
Okay, thank you so much. So to share with you, I never want to sleep and wake up and think about what they are doing. Never.
So what are you afraid? What are you afraid?
Today they have program and I call them and I ask them, all these courses, will you bring Biafra? They cut me short again. So I have no fear.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, caller. Caller, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Have a program and I say, since Uchemofo and the region left Biafra, that they have a very good improvement. They have been working more than people when they are in Biafra. So I don't have any fear. What kind of fear? I know they are already for, but I just mentioned their name based on what's going on today.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. One thing I want to tell you is that it is left for Biafrans to judge for themselves with activities you see on a daily basis. It is left for Biafrans to judge who is on the right path and who is on the wrong path. Sometimes you create opportunity for yourself, just like Uche before have created and Obidio Bienu have created opportunity for themselves by opening their own platform, which is beautiful, but it is not left for them to prove to Biafran that they can do better. And that is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have always said, if you know you can do better, come forward and prove yourself to Biafrans. And we don't even need much. It is for you to continue to evaluate their activities. And now from there, you can decide if it is worth attending to. Caller, I want to say thank you very much for making this call. Thank you for your contribution. Mazi Solomon, we have to come to the end of the program. And I want you to give us your final word before we come back again.
My final word is for you to rise up and support ESN. And they continue to follow us in this program, because the update that we'll be bringing to you in this very program will help to open your eyes to know why you have to
Mazi, the update do not have rivalry, no comparison. So hook up, keep following.
Yeah. Thank you, Mazi Pat, for
on
that.
the reality, not gossip or rumors.
Please keep on following this page. Keep on following us here. So we'll be giving you updates as to regard to what is happening, and we try to use our lower language to break things down into pieces for you. It might be irritating some people that we are not actually taking it up, but we know our people who are in a lower level, they outnumber everyone. So we need to educate our people from the basis, bring down the truth, bring it to the lowest, where even the smallest person, the weakest person in the brain can ever understand what we are talking about. So that is what we are doing here. So keep on following us. And I want you also to understand that why we are engaging in this program all the time is to give you reason why you must support ESN with your money. They need your money for logistics. They need your money for keeping up to date with their operation. That's why they need your money. They don't need your money to ride a car. They don't need your money to build a house. By the way, they are living in the bush. They are living in the bush. They don't need your money to wear good clothes. They are not going to any fashion parade. They only need your money to continue their operations, to give their operation what it takes. So whether you are IPOP or not IPOP, please try to support this. It's for your interest. It's for the interest of your family. Please, it's very, very important. For me, from here, Sydney, Australia, is good evening. See you once again as Mazepat will choose to bring me into the program. Before then, remember, don't forget to join the fasting that is on. Do your own, even 1 week. Do your own. That period that Islam used to declare 30 days fasting, Fulanis use that period also to fortify themselves into the evil that they are doing. So this time around, please take journey with that fasting. Or in your own way of religion, please remember that the just shall live by their own faith. My faith will not take place, will not take position of your own faith. Every individual shall live by their own faith. And those that know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploits. I will come your ways again as Mazipati will choose to bring me. My name is Solomon Peter. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much for the time you've dedicated to us. And I want to say thank you, fellow Biafrans, for also giving your trust in us, for believing in us. Thank you for your support. For those who commented, I want to say thank you. For those who stood up very early this morning to be part of this program, we want to say thank you. For those who called in, we want to say thank you. For those who couldn't pick their call, I want to say we are sorry. Maybe some other time we will have the same opportunity like others to interact with us. And we'll be coming your way soon. We'll be coming your way back again. And we'll be bringing the difference between the dead Buhari and the fake Buhari that we have now. We'll be talking about it with video clips, evidence. And I want to say thank you very much for being part of this program. Until we meet again, my name remains Mazi Ikem Patrick Dike, and it's my pleasure to be your anchor. I want to say have a wonderful day ahead. God bless you.
Ocho kiade mwilo, wabuna mugwalo mguo, osino ocho kiade mwilo. Imana wata chobankia, abobi ya jomadu, mana kenwa na chao. Chuko kike buina su, chuko kike sokeje, no mwari fendi ya geme. No pressure, fight up dancing, no worry cause of a game. Maka no chunky ade mwilo, kumi boka icho no kanyo. Osin yamaro, emesi atani ga marili, emesi atani ga gota. Ndi ocha si bute, ocha ha si bute. Kedulani Burika Ndijini Maki Diego eva unu godu managwa umibo ka ejo no kani waka ejo no kani o umibo ka ejo no kani o ka ejo ba no kani o umibo ka ejo ba no kani onye jizi na nwanne eje politics ka ejo no kani o onye jizi na nwanne eje lumbala ka ejo no kani o na lugo ka ejo ba no kani o umibo ka ejo ba no kani ka ejo no kani o kemu kani bu kani o kemu kani bu kani